Hello, we are back. Ustream, thank you so much for coming back. This is Conquering the Spirit of Gluttony, section number 3. And just what you've been waiting for, the absolute, one most powerful tactic for conquering the spirit of gluttony and changing directions from the road to death and disease and destruction to the road of health, life, and prosperity. Because you know your health is your wealth. So guess what it is? It is the power of I am. And we talked about that briefly in part 2. So if you go to the replay, if you're just coming in on this one, this is part 3. So it's going to be another part after this. So the power of I am. So what we're going to do, we're going to read the handout. You guys can't read it on there, but you're going to hear us saying it, okay? So we're going to read it together nice and slow. And what I want you to do while you're reading it, I want you to think about which one of these resonates with you. And if it's something that you have as a goal, to put a little check mark on it. This is part of the workshop. Remember what a workshop is? We're doing some work. Yes, we're doing some work. So we're going to read these out loud. And if everybody have a pen, everybody grab a pen or a pencil off of the registration table if you don't have one. And so you can put a check mark next to these things that we're going to be reading. And the you that are watching on Facebook, you might be watching on Facebook, you might be watching on Twitter, YouTube, Ustream, Periscope, wherever you're watching on catch.me. While we're reading these, sort of jot down the ones that really resonate with your spirit, okay? Okay, so everybody ready? Okay, so we're going to start with number 1. And I'm not going to name the numbers, we're just going to start reading it together, okay? I am powerful. I am blessed. I am successful. I am wealthy. I am energetic. I am thoughtful. I am wise. I am beautiful. I am authentic. I am confident. I am free. I am a flexitarian. We're going to be talking about that in a minute. I am honest. I am healthy. I am obedient to God. I am forgiven. I am a good steward of finances. I am well able. I am a leader. I am redeemed. I am articulate. I am happy. I am joyous. I am faithful. I am positive. I am punctual. I am qualified. Now, we'll stop right there for a minute. You should have found at least one thing that resonated with you, and you should have checked something, okay? And you all that are watching on the replay, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the hearts, tap, tap, tap. And start checking the things that you want to aspire to. Because what you're going to do is you're going to set yourself up for improvement, okay? Because you're going to start saying the things that you would like to be or that you can see yourself. Because faith is the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen. So just because you're saying I am, just like we say I'm blessed, okay, start saying I am blessed. Forget the apostrophe M. Don't be so lazy. I am is the power of God. So put that behind your I am blessed when you say it. And you'll be surprised how blessed you will be. So start putting the power of God. I am. Okay, so we're going to go on. I am a tither. Uh-oh, where was it? A tither. Okay, we said I'm qualified already? Okay. Yes. Okay, let's say I am a tither. Now that's powerful right there. I am strong. I am a receiver of abundance. I am a cheerful giver.
I am a true worshiper. I am valuable. I am famous. I am prepared. I am a best-selling author. I am approved. I am organized. I am patient. I am neat. I am excellent. I am a good role model. I am creative. I am the epitome of good health. I am God says I am. I am the righteousness of God. I am disciplined. I am Abraham's heir. I am anointed. I am a good custodian of my temple. I am on the road to my healthy weight. I am fit. I am lean. I am eating clean. I am victorious. I am the wonderful.
Now slow down, because you're going to pick what you are there, okay? So everybody got it in their head what they're going to say next? Okay.
I am the wonderful parent
of a wonderful saved husband. Okay, so that is the I am, the power of I am. Okay, so now the things that you put a check mark next to. Now you're going to prioritize those, okay? So you're going to prioritize them, which what you think is the most important or what you think is the thing that is most urgent. You're going to put that as number one. And then the things, and you're going to go down from there. So does anybody have more than 10 things checked?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Yeah, I have like the whole list. So it might be a little bit harder to prioritize. So let's try to pick like the top 5 things and prioritize them from 1 to 5. Okay? And so what I'm going to have you do, after you have done that, I want you to put like a number, and you're going to number it from 1 to 5, 1 being the most urgent thing that you want to achieve, and then on down to 5 being the less urgent, which you probably have more than 5, but we're going to start with 5. And so then what you're going to do after you have reached all of those goals, you're going to add to it from that list. You can say more than 5, but what I want you to do is memorize it and say it daily, loud, in the mirror, looking in the mirror. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to have everyone from their chair, just say it loud, read me the 5 things that you just numbered from 1 to 5. So we're going to start with Carla. If she's not ready, who's ready? We need some more time to number from 1 to 5? Okay. So we're going to, I'll tell you what my top 5 were, okay? And so I'm going to say my top 5 first, okay? My top 5 is, and it's easy because they're all at the last 5. I am fit. I am lean. I am eating clean. I am victorious. I am the wonderful saved wife of a wonderful saved husband. So that's my 5. So I'm going to be memorizing that, and I'm going to be saying that every morning, or I could say it more than once a day. Every time I start feeling low or feeling depressed or feeling like, uh-oh, I'm getting ready to eat something, I'm going to say that to myself, okay? And that's what I want you guys to do. You have to memorize this. Get this down into your spirit, because when you want to fight, you need your artillery. This is weapons, okay? This is weapons that you're using for that spirit of gluttony, because this is war, okay? So we're going to start saying this stuff. And of course, we can also say, I resist you, because that's what the scripture says. To resist, and he will flee. So when you go to that drive-thru, because I know you're going to go through the drive-thru, so let's be real. Okay, so when you go through the drive-thru and you see all those beautiful salads on the menu, pick one of them. Make the healthy choice. And don't tell me that your kids need to eat a Happy Meal. They can eat salad too. How about that? Because we're being the example, right? We're being a role model. And if they see us drinking our healthy green drink and eating our healthy green salad, they're going to say, give me some, give me some. They're going to want it, okay? So is anybody ready yet with their 5? Okay, so we're going to start with Carla.
I am forgiven. I am a cheerful giver. I am a true worshiper. I am approved. And I am victorious.
Amen. Adrian, are you ready with yours?
Yes.
Okay.
I am obedient to God. I am the epitome of good health. I am eating clean. I am valuable. I am who God says I am.
Amen. That was great. Okay. Who's next? Yolanda?
I am powerful. I am a true worshiper. I am anointed. I am disciplined, and I am excellent.
Amen. Okay, very good. Sabrina?
I am blessed. I am strong. I am a true worshiper. I am wealthy. And I am on the road to my healthy weight.
And you know what? Sabrina is on the road to her healthy weight. She has dropped, how much have you dropped already? Because
Over 100.
over 100 pounds. Yes. Hallelujah. And this is my daughter. And, I've been talking to her because she needed to lose some weight. And we all know it. And sometimes that's a little touchy subject. Like sometimes you might push back when your husband says, I think you looking like you gaining some weight. And you want to just go eat a chicken wing, okay? Sabrina has been fighting this spirit for a while. And so she came to the realization that she had to make a change. When her husband passed away and left her with these 2 babies, she said, that's it, enough is enough. I got to be here to live for these children. So she made a step. And guess how she started? And I should let her tell her testimony. She don't want to pay because the baby went to sleep. So she's not going to tell her testimony. But I'm going to tell a little bit of it. Okay. She started switching water for sweet drinks. She used to drink those red drinks like Kool-Aid and pop and all that kind of thing. And you'd be surprised on how many calories you can pack on with liquids. So I would much rather eat my calories than drink them, okay? So I went to that a while back. So she just switched water for sweet drinks. And that's it. And she dropped, I don't know, like 60 pounds. And then she's been gradually changing her lifestyle and changing her eating habits. And as she's, you make gradual change, you make transitions. It's not something you're going to do overnight. It's not a diet. That's why I don't say I'm on a diet. I am not on a diet. I am a flexitarian. Now, that is the question that everybody wants to know. What is a flexitarian? Now, some of you might know, especially my Periscope friends, because I got a lot of health nuts. I should say health nuts. I have a lot of healthy people that are my Periscope followers, and they have shared all this on Facebook and Twitter and all that. And they know what flexitarian is. And if they don't know, I'm about to tell you. A flexitarian, and I'm going to read this because I want to get it exactly right. A flexitarian's lifestyle, they have a lifestyle, okay? It's just like you say, I am a vegetarian. That's what you just gave power to. You just gave power to the fact that you are just eating vegetables, right? Even though some vegetarians eat cow stuff, but most vegetarians, well, vegans, don't even eat anything like milk and eggs and all that stuff. So flexitarian is what you are, okay? So when you say, I am a flexitarian, you give power to that, okay? So I want you to start saying that. I am a flexitarian. So a flexitarian has a lifestyle that maintains a diet that consists primarily of fruits, vegetables, nuts, beans, and legumes, which is like lentils and things like that. The flexitarian, though, is a flexible diet. It's actually very similar to a vegetarian diet, except that meat, fish, and poultry are eaten, but minimally, as a protein supplement and as a condiment. So for instance, you're cooking a big pot of greens and you want to put a little bit of smoked turkey in there, that's perfectly fine because you're eating more greens than you're eating turkey. Now, if you put like a whole turkey in there and like a half a pound of greens, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a little bit of meat. For instance, you're eating more soups. Let's say you're making chicken vegetable soup, okay? So you put one chicken breast, chop it all up. It's still gonna mix that whole soup up. It's gonna make it taste really good. But well, one chicken breast will make like 8 servings if you do it like that. So you're minimally eating. You're eating it for a taste of it. So your meal is centered around the vegetables and not the meat. So if somebody says, what are you having for dinner? You're not gonna say chicken. You're gonna say, I'm having some chicken vegetable soup. So this is what you're talking about. You're talking about just changing a little bit. Now, I'm not saying you need to do this at every single meal. It's a gradual transition. But what you're going to do is you're going to start cutting back on the amount of meat. I'm not saying to become a vegetarian. We are flexitarians, which means we eat more fruits and vegetables than we do meat. Now, if we follow what the government says, they have a new thing. Remember, first it was a pyramid, and then it was something else. Now it's my plate, okay? So my plate says, now if you imagine a plate, okay, cut it in half. Half of it is supposed to be fruits and vegetables. The other half, you cut that in half, and that half, the fourth of it is your protein, and the other fourth is your starch. Okay, so, and when you have a plate full of spaghetti with this much starch, you know, that's not the way it's supposed to look, okay? So start just throwing some vegetables in everything. You can have spaghetti with vegetables in it. Who says you couldn't have spaghetti with vegetables in it? Throw some broccoli in there, throw some peas, throw something that you like. Yes, in your spaghetti, and guess what it's gonna taste like? Spaghetti, because all the flavors are there. You'd be surprised. Most vegetables don't really have much of a flavor. It's more of what you put on it. So you can make, in fact, I made a pot of fajitas, which is like, well, you know what fajitas are. It's like meat and you put it like on a tortilla or whatever. Well, I made fajitas in the crock pot with a part of a turkey breast about the size of my hand, okay? Throw that in there with 2 bell peppers, red, well really a half a red, half a green, half a yellow bell pepper, and a whole onion, and some little chili powder, a little cumin to make it, because you know those taco seasoning packets might have high fructose corn syrup in it, they might have MSG in it, so you need to read your labels. So learn how to do the spices. And you can Google it now. Everything is on Google. So just Google what spices to put in chili or whatever. And you put those spices in there. And you can get those spices at the dollar store. Okay, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money on spices. Actually, Whole Foods has spices in bulk where you can just, if you got your dollar container, you can go to Whole Foods and you can get like 20 cents of the spice and fill back up your dollar container. So that's another way to not spend a whole lot of money, but to really eat clean and healthy. So I did that, and then I made some quinoa, which is, you know, it's like quinoa. What is that? It's actually, some people say it's a grain, but it's actually a seed, super high in protein. So it's you cook it like rice, like 1 cup of quinoa to 2 cups of rice. It cooks fast, like same way you do rice. And then we had our fajitas over our quinoa. Oh my goodness, it was so good. And the same thing, quinoa doesn't really have a flavor, so it just takes on the flavor of the fajitas, you know. So that was really good. So, and my husband was like, "Any more of that stuff back there?" You know. he actually had 2 helpers, okay? So I'm just saying, we learn how to change a little bit. Like, we're still eating fajitas. We might not be eating that corn tortilla with it, but we're still getting full and we're getting a good taste. And it's not about a whole lot of meat. It doesn't have to be. Okay, so that is one way to do it, okay? Guess what another way to do it? The tactics to conquer the spirit of gluttony. Exercise. That's not doing well. When I say exercise, that's anything that you get off of your butt and do, okay? If it's walking, that's fine. Of course, we do praise dance fitness. I did 7 minutes in the morning, 7 minutes in the evening, dropped 5 pounds over the holidays. Yes, in 21 days. That's what I did. And you can do it too. We have over 50 videos from 60 seconds to 60 minutes. Come to our website at highestpraisedancefitness.com, click online videos, and you'll see a whole bunch of them, okay? So that's my little pitch for our videos. But we are live every Tuesday and Thursday morning right here on Periscope, 6:30 a.m. Central Time. So join me. And thank you so much for the hearts. God bless each and every one of you. Tap, tap, tap. So what we're doing, we are exercising. And it's preferable to do something twice a day. Even if it's only for 5 minutes, okay? Let's say you're gonna go up and down the basement stairs for 5 minutes. Put a timer on and go up and down the stairs. I know Monica got a lot of stairs she runs up and down all the time. But what you need to do, it don't count if you're not doing it consistently for 5 minutes. So it might only take you 20 seconds to run down the stairs, okay? But you need to run up and down those stairs for 5 whole minutes. So set the timer on your phone or on a kitchen clock or wherever you have a little timer at, and time it for 5 minutes and do 5 minutes. Run up and down those stairs. Or if you have a problem with your knees, you can find other things to do. Of course, you need praise dance fitness. Okay, twice a day. Why twice a day? Because that keeps your metabolism moving. You know, if you sit still, the longer you sit still, your metabolism starts slowing down. So you need to keep that metabolism roaring. And the third thing that you want to do is you want to create a clean menu and a fitness plan. And so today, that's what I want you to do. So get out your pencil and paper. Those that are here at the workshop, you could turn it over to the back where there's no writing, and you can just jot down, create a clean menu. Now, we're just going to do a menu for one day, okay? And then you can add on to that. So what is clean? You hear a lot of talk about eating clean, okay? Some people might not even know what eating clean is. So basically what eating clean is the food that you're eating has less than 5 ingredients. And I really try to keep it under 3. And the less ingredients, the better, okay? If there's absolutely anything on there that you can't pronounce or don't know what it is, don't eat it. That's not clean, okay? So basically, you're staying away from packaged goods. Even though there are things that are packaged that are okay. Like, for instance, you go in the gas station, you're hungry, you see the little bag of peanuts. Look on the side of it. All it has is peanuts and salt. Go for it. That's clean, okay? Of course, you want to try to stay away from the salt too, but sometimes they have the unsalted, which would be even better, okay? So that's eating clean. So it's basically eating things that have less than 5 ingredients, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to come up with a menu. Now, I want each one of you, because you're going to read your menu for tomorrow, and I want you to write down what you're going to eat that's clean or that's flexitarian, and you're going to write something down for breakfast, mid-morning snack, lunch, mid-afternoon snack, and dinner. And I'm going to do mine first while they're thinking this. I just popped this on them. They didn't know I was going to do this. That's okay. Hey, this is a workshop, so what does that mean? We're doing some work, okay? So, flexitarian for one day. Now, I'm challenging you to do this one day a week, okay? I'm challenging you to start at least one day a week. And I'm not saying it has to be tomorrow. Let's say it could be Thursdays. You can have thin Thursdays. How about that? So we're going to do a flexitarian diet on Thursdays. But you know what? You're going to start really liking this flexitarian. Some people also call it paleo, which is another word for eating things that that are basically like God made it, you know, not eating things that are man-made. So like bread is man-made. So that's usually not included in the paleo diet, okay? Bread is one of the worst things you can eat. Did any of you ever make, what's that stuff called? Paper mache. Anybody ever make paper mache in school where you had like a balloon or you had something for a shape, right? And then what did you make your paper mache out of? Anybody remember? Flour and water. Oh, what is that? Flour and water. That sounds really close to bread, doesn't it? What happened to it after a few hours after you? It gets as hard as a rock. So guess what is happening in your body? It's getting as hard as a rock, and it's keeping you constipated. And when you're constipated, you cannot be healthy because you need those toxins to get out of your body. And that's the way that your body gets rid of toxins, is through your stool. I know I'm getting a little gross out of it, but I'm a nurse, so there you go. Okay, so we're going to be coming up with a diet. So I'm going to tell you what my plan is for tomorrow, and then I'm going to have each one of you, or at least 4 of you, tell me what your plan is for tomorrow. So, starting out, and I've been doing this really pretty much all this year, because I started eating clean this year. So, my favorite breakfast food is a green drink. So I put that in the Vitamix. You don't have to have a Vitamix. You can have a, what's the other thing, NutriBullet, or even just a regular blender that you can get at the thrift store for $2, okay? Get something so you can start eating healthy. Think about yourself, and don't keep saying that it costs too much. Oh, it costs too much to eat vegetables. You lie, and the truth ain't in you. Because spinach, guess how much spinach costs a pound? Well, if you buy the kind that you have to wash yourself, oh, don't tell me you can't wash spinach. If you buy the kind that you wash yourself, it's what, about $1 a pound? Of course, you get the pretty one in the box that's already washed for you, or in the bag's already washed. It might be $5 for 12 ounces. So help me with the math. It is not more expensive. You might have to do a little more work, but get the unwashed spinach, the unwashed kale, whatever. Throw that in your green drink. Try to stay away from as much fruit as you can. You want a little bit of fruit in there so that you can actually get it down. But our purpose of this drink is not for it to taste good. So get that out of your mind. That's not the purpose. Oh, I'm drinking this. This tastes so good. If it tastes so good, it probably is not that good for you, even though it is fruit. You can overdo anything, right? Okay. So you want to have you something green. I put spinach or kale in mine. And I put a little bit of aloe vera juice, which tastes horrible, but you can't taste it, or the spinach, because I put a little bit of celery, and I mean a little bit, like a half of a stalk, okay? I put a little piece of cucumber. I put a little piece of ginger, spice it up a little bit. And you can experiment. I've been doing this for a long time, so I've been experimenting. I put some blueberries, goji berries, and some some soaked almonds, which makes it make its own almond milk, okay? And we're going to be teaching about that in our next class. You're going to be learning how to make your own stuff, because you're paying a lot of money for stuff that is really not that great. Of course, almond milk is better than cow's milk if you're buying it at the grocery store. But of course, if you're making it yourself, it's the best it could be. It's fresh, like right now, okay? So I make my green drink for breakfast. Now, I might make enough for 2 days and drink half of it and put it in the refrigerator and drink the other half later, or even the next day, okay? To keep me from and if you rush it in the morning, you could put all that stuff together in the blender at night and put it in the refrigerator, and then when you get up in the morning, all you got to do is stick it on there, okay? So you can rush with it, okay? Okay, so green drink for breakfast. And sometimes I do it opposite, but my mid-morning snack is oatmeal. Because I work an odd shift, so I start work at 10 in the morning. So actually, I'm going to be changing next week. Hallelujah, I'm going to be starting at 11:30 anyway. So when I get to work, I'm starving again, because I usually have my green drink around 7 in the morning, okay? So I'm going to have my oatmeal, which I made clean. And you can go to my catchme.me/HP-fitness, and you can see some of my menu recipes. But one of them is oatmeal banana walnut oatmeal. It is so good. Just a little oatmeal, a little banana, and a little walnuts, and a little cinnamon, and hot water. That's all. You don't have to cook it. You get the quick oats, you just add it right there, stir it up, and eat it. It's ready to go. Okay, that's my mid-morning snack. Okay, lunch. Salad. I know you get tired of eating salad. Sometimes I get tired of eating salad, so I might have soup, but something like that, soup or salad, or maybe both, soup and salad, okay? But it's gonna be something that I can see. Like if I'm at work and I'm getting their soup, it's gonna be something I can see through, because if it's that creamy stuff, I don't know what's in there, okay? Because I can't tell. So I get the clear one, that I can actually see what's in there. And so I know that it's, they probably use stuff that you want to use, so it's better to actually make it yourself. But I have super salad for lunch, and then for dinner, I might have some grilled salmon with a side of broccoli or sauteed spinach and some brown rice. I like the mixture with the brown and the black rice and all that stuff. And it's better when you buy all those things in bulk, because you spend less money. Because when you get it in the package, it's like $6.99 for some wild rice. If you go to the bulk section, I know Whole Foods is a very expensive store, but their bulk section helps a sister out, okay? So you can go there and you can get a pound of that rice for like maybe $3.99, where it will be like $6.99 for a pound of it in the aisles in the package, okay? And that was dinner. Okay, for my mid-evening snack, I will have some dessert, which is usually some fruit. I love cuties. I'm gonna have a cutie, I'm gonna have an apple, or I might have some of my famous banana ice cream that I make with just bananas. And you can see that. Oh, I have made banana walnut ice cream too, because I love walnuts. But anyway, you can make it yourself right there in your blender, just a frozen banana. That's it. You put it in the blender for like, I don't know, 10 or 15 seconds. If it's frozen, you got soft serve ice cream. You do not need to put a drop of sugar in it. Okay, so that's my menu for like a normal menu for me. So did anybody else come up with a menu for that they could start on their flexitarian diet? And we're actually starting to run out of time, so we're just going to take two people's menus. Who's ready?
I am.
Okay, Sabrina.
In the morning, I have my green tree and a boiled egg, and then maybe a snack, but I'll be at church tomorrow. So the snack will be maybe some nuts, peanuts, or some cashews or something like that. Just probably a handful. And then for lunch, I'll have a Simon and a salad, baked Simon and salad. And then for dinner, I'll probably do a stuffed spinach Parmesan chicken breast, which will be baked, and a California mix as my vegetable, and that's about it. For dinner, I have a grapefruit fruit cup, and that will be my meal for tomorrow.
Man, that sounds fabulous. Anybody else want to share their menu? No? Okay, so we're going to skip that. And it is now 10:30. And so what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and then we're going to come back and talk to you about taking the next level, our Eating Clean, Easy Peasy coaching sessions that's going to be coming up starting February 1st. And we're going to do a 15-minute praise, dance, fitness workout. So grab your water, grab your gym shoes, grab a streamer. If you don't have a streamer, grab a scarf or a hand towel or anything you can hold in your hand, an umbrella or something, and we're about to do it, okay? Thank you so much for your attention. Come to highestpraisedancefitness.com and register. Come to where are we at to register at? PraiseDanceFitnessInfo.org. That's where you register, okay? And you'll get a copy of all of these videos, okay? So, see you in 5.